Final speaker, a native of Tampa, started at Alcorn State, drafted by the Saints in the 5th round in '92, played 5 years in New Orleans, 10 seasons in the NFL, including for the Rams, Eagles, Colts, and Patriots. 16 touchdown catches for the Saints, finished his NFL career with 346 catches, 4,602 yards, and 31 touchdowns. The Saints, of course, won 6 straight. They'll host the Rams in the biggest game of the NFL season thus far, Sunday afternoon at 3:25 p.m. Please give a warm welcome to our friend Torrance Small. T.
Good afternoon. Did it seem like Dr. Stewart was talking about me? You guys kept looking every time he said high blood pressure and heart attack and concussion, and you guys look at me, no, I seem to be okay. I put in 10 years, but everything is working okay so far. So far, I'm working, I'm functional, I'm okay, and no, that was not my wife that I forgot to go to the doctor. No, that was not me. So we got that part out of the way. We can talk about the Saints now. No, but Saints, doing great. I know the city is excited about them. Everybody has that feel from when they won the Super Bowl. You have that same feel, and that's what's going around in the atmosphere. They're a solid team. Saints right now are going to be the best team in the NFL. We'll find out come this weekend. Great matchup, but they could be one of the best teams. Solid team. Started off slow. Tampa Bay, they started off slow. Nothing to get upset about. A lot of people was getting upset and talking about the Saints, but the one thing in NFL, one thing we do, we look at the season in 4 quarters. Okay, if you lose your first game in the first 4 games, if I come back and win 3, I'm 4-1 in that quarter. I'm okay. No need to pay. If I lose 2, I can go 2-2, and I can make it up in the next quarters and all. So it shouldn't be no panic, and you guys, y'all panic, I don't know, just because I play with the Saints, for some reason everybody think we're experts or something. We know everything. Oh, they're gonna lose. Just be patient. Just wait. Everything's okay. We need to get rid of people. No, just be patient. The defense have started off very slow. It's very, very slow, and I think up front we're just as strong as anybody up front. Great at the run stop. I like to bring a little bit more pressure, but they're great at the run stop. In the back end, linebackers have been solid this year. I think in the back end, giving up plays, giving up penalties. A lot of youth back there. We have a lot of youth back there. And the one thing about being in the NFL, this is my take. I just think young guys, when they come in the league, they have to learn how to be a professional. And being a professional is to learn your weakness. Learn where you need to strengthen yourself, because the other team is learning about you and they're going to attack you. So it's one thing to always tell guys, it's one thing to get in the NFL, and it's another thing to stay there. And to be able to stay there, you have to continue to learn yourself and improve on yourself. And I think that's one of the things these young men, I hope they don't live, yesterday's victory can't do nothing for you today. Yesterday's loss can't do nothing for you. So it's a new day, it's a new challenge, it's new, and I think those defensive backs, once they get themselves right. Lattimore, he's playing much better, but we have to get another guy. I know we traded and brought Applewhite in to kind of help out, but that back end needs some help. And I think my take until then, I think he needs to change the scheme. Help those young guys out. Don't put them out there on the island by themselves where they're getting these pass interference, they're getting caught on. I think we need to help them out. But overall, they are getting better. Offense, we're good. Now, we have to see what we're going to do with this deep ball, because I don't think, what's his name? Help me out here. Wade Phillips. I'm sorry, concussion. That's the only little thing I get. I get a little loose every now and then. Excuse me. But Wade Phillips, I think he's going to challenge Drew Brees a little bit. He's going to make us throw that long ball, and we lost Ted Ginn, and we don't have that long ball. Holman Smith is a great young receiver that came in. He's doing well for us, and Thomas is solid as can be. He's a true number one. He's a true superstar in this league. He can go deep. Does he have burner speed? No. We need somebody to stretch the field. I definitely think that, and I think Wayfield is going to push that a little bit and make us see if that's something we can do. But we do have the best mastermind in offense, one of the best, if not the best, and Coach Payton, and setting up schemes how to run plays and whatnot. So I think he will be able to attack them. We know about our running back situation, our receiver situation. Graham has done a great job. He's coming back. That's not Graham. Watson has done a great job at tight end for us. He's been very solid for us. So Payton has been very masterful with the offense and all. I think the key, for the Saints this year, key is keep the ball in the offensive hands. Now, defensively, I don't think they have to be, top 10 or whatnot in defense. I don't think we were top 10 when we went to the Super Bowl that year. Am I correct? But the one thing we did lead the league in, one thing they did do very well was get takeaways. And if you get takeaways, you putting the ball back in Drew Brees' hands, meaning putting more points on the board. As you can see that game the other night, it didn't seem like it did a whole lot, but that score kept getting further and further. Team got some turnovers and they got some stops, but that's the key is what? It's me? Oh, that's my pacemaker, I'm sorry. No, I'm a pacemaker. I'm okay. I told you guys earlier, I'm okay. But we're going to find out a lot about the Saints here. We're going to find out a lot about them this weekend. We'll see a lot, but let's not panic and let's not get over the hump, because one thing about the NFL, we're coming to the midway of the season. Guys, teams study teams. Once you get to 8 games, there's a lot of information out there for a team to know about you. The team is plays and everything is all about it's all about tendencies. When you see these coaches with these sheets and have all these different colors and all on them, all of that is nothing but tendencies. That's all it is. It's saying if 40 going in, if they run 3 receivers, with 1 quarterback and it's 2nd and 10, they're more likely to run this type of play. And that's how they play. That's everything is off tendencies. And if you find a weakness in their defense, which is a player or two. So you get a lot more information on the teams, and the teams that can adjust, those coaches that know how to adjust, those are the ones that you see in the playoffs all the time. Those are the teams that you see win. Those are organizations you see win for the most part, because they know how to make an adjustment. If you don't know how to make an adjustment in the league, you're not going to be there very long, and you're not going to win many games. But I like what Sean Payton doing. He's doing a great job with what he has, and I think he called a wonderful game this past game without having a deep threat. I don't think we had to throw the ball deep at all, but yet we continue to move the ball and continue to put points on the board. So it's going to be interesting with the Rams coming in. They got some studs up front on defense. They're solid on offense as well. Special teams, I think they're about what and what. So it's going to be a great game. We're going to see what happens and see how the rest of the season goes as well. I'll take any questions.
The Saints made that trade for Eli Apple. The thing I was surprised was that he was a starter that soon. Does that show how bad they were on that other side of the ball? Or? Yeah,
it does. It lets you know they're in desperate need right now. Anytime you bring a guy in and 2 days of practice at the most to try to get in and learn your system and all, although he has been playing and throughout the season, it's not like it was a guy coming off the street or anything, but still getting in the system and getting familiar with everything. It does take a little time with timing and everything.
This question is totally out of left field, but since that the NFL and all pro sports play such astronomical salaries, and it doesn't matter whether you're black, white, pink, or purple, you don't always make the best decisions with your money. Would you be in favor of deferring part of your salary until have been retired for at least 5 years?
Guys have that option.
Oh, they do have that option?
Yes,
Okay.
you have that option to defer. So I had a couple of my contracts where I deferred somebody. So you can set up, that's your option to be able to do that. And you had a question to Dr. Stewart about guys' life out of football for the most part. And they had a program called Invest in Yourself. The program was when I was with the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was with the Green Bay Packers. The program's called Invest in Yourself. Basically, was trying to help players transition from playing football to life out of football. I don't know how well, it didn't go well because they stopped the program, but I went through that program. I did it, and it was successful for me, and it helped me out for life out of football, and made my decision of retiring a lot easier.
I do have, this is more of a comment, but I know that the University of Georgia, after one of their former players committed suicide, who had played in the NFL, they have started to go into, for each year, with the players, and they have different players from the NFL in different aspects speak to them and try and talk to them about investing in what to do in life afterwards.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of those programs. I don't want you to think that the NFL don't really care about a lot of these guys. It's a lot of programs out there. Guys have to take advantage of it. And, you know, we have to take some responsibility for ourselves. We're grown men. We're not, you know, I know they say a lot of that, but we're not, you know. We get hit. We're not that silly, you know. But we have to take responsibility for it. Because you go in, and there's some things we don't know. You know, some of us never had a job. You always played ball. People always took care of you. Now I miss my perks. Like you said about doctors, I don't like waiting. I don't like waiting for anything. You know, I miss that. There's one thing they ask me, what do you miss about it? I miss my perks. I miss, hey, I go as first class everything. You don't have to wait. And I do go to Dr. Stewart them because I don't have to wait. I call them and they know I want to come right in. So, but there are things out there, especially now, for guys. Just like that Invest in Yourself, that program, you're going to get in what you put in. I mean, you're going to get out what you put in, basically. If you don't put the time in and the effort, I put the time in. I put the time in for my short-term goals, long-term goals, intermediate goals. I put the time in, and I hit those goals, and I hit those marks, and it was successful for me. But if you don't, you know, these are things that can happen, and it's just hard to get a kid that never had a job, and now he's making millions, and then it's cut off, and you know he never really learned how to do things. But you know, I remember going to lead. I didn't know anything about a W-9. I didn't know anything about that stuff, you know. And I had to ask. I remember asking the finance, excuse me, ma'am, I don't understand this. Can you tell me how to fill this out? You know, because you had guys in there. How many dependents you have? Oh, I got 12 people I'm taking care of. So, okay, you got to show them same 12 once tax season come around, and they couldn't show those 12. But you got to understand we're 20 years old. Some of them 19, you know, 20, 21, 22. You don't know. You never had to sign that stuff, and now you asking me, you know, and there's nobody there to explain. But you know, I asked, you know, but you know, it's a lot of guys that don't. I know a lot of guys that I'm taking care of 20 people. Come on, man. You're going to have to show that later on. So, but those are some of the things. Any other questions? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.